What's your, you know, takeaway for people who wants to buy or not buy in 2026?
Yeah, in the last, so we're January 2nd as the time of this filming. In the last 7 days, I've talked to 3 buyers that are relocating from a little further out to Jacksonville or Duval, Clay County area. And the personal reasons, why they're moving up here and what they're looking for is where they're going to be forever. Right. And so I definitely think it's a good time to buy if you can afford it. Right. And that sounds like a dumb thing to say, but if you can afford whatever the interest rate is in the house and it fits your lifestyle and it fits your needs, the thing that I encourage potential buyers into is to really evaluate how long you plan on being in this area. Right. Life happens, jobs change, transfers, we got large military presence here, so you see a lot of transient, you're here for 3.5 years and then you're gone. There's all of those factors. But if the problem that we have is just a problem with fiscal irresponsibility, even from the consumer standpoint, the average, when we talked about this a few weeks ago with the 50-year mortgage theories that were running around, and a lot of the supporters were like, well, it really doesn't even matter because the average person does something with their mortgage every 12 years, whether that's a refinance or a sell or whatever. So uh, if you can afford your home and you can buy it because you want to live there, do not touch that mortgage except for when you pay it.
Yeah.
And don't put yourself in a position so one day you could eventually, maybe hopefully, benefit from home ownership without property taxes, right? Because that would be great for most people, but most people never actually get to that point to where they write that last check for a 30-year mortgage. Never happens. They leave with, they leave this earth with 20 years left because they refinanced it 14 times. Like just don't do that.
Like, yeah, yeah, definitely don't do that if you are able. And there's, we're not going to get into this in detail, but there's ways to get a 30-year mortgage and pay it off in, half the time with one or two extra payments per year and principal payments. I mean, there's things you can do strategically that can eliminate that debt a lot sooner and really cut down on the interest that you're going to pay.
Yeah.
But we'll save that for another topic.
No, that's a good one too, because most people don't know that. I had a conversation with a friend of mine just yesterday, and he has been paying 2 extra payments every year on his home. Like, dude, that's amazing. Are you doing that principal only? He's like, you can do that? Like, yeah, that's the way you should be doing it. Like, you've just been front loading all your interest because he bought the home 10 years ago. So by the average, he's got about 5 years left before it starts to swing the other way, and the principal is more than the interest, right? So he's been paying, interest and interest and interest. And yeah, I'm gonna call him. It's like,